In 2019, Sky Sports launched the I'm Game series, bringing stars together from the world of entertainment and sport in aid of Stonewall's Rainbow Laces campaign. We took Tom Allen to his first ever football game at the London Stadium. We then hit the Midlands for the Grand Slam of Darts with comedians Stephen K. Amos and Stephen Bailey. We even challenged our very own Jamie Redknapp to drifting at Silverstone with trans racing driver Charlie Martin. Fast forward a year and we thought it was about time we challenged another member of the Super Sunday team. That's why we've got Jamie Carragher coming to the Liverpool Trampoline Academy. Now, he's coming here because he thinks he's talking about LGBT people in sport, which he is, of course. However, what he doesn't know is that we're not just going to talk about it, we're also going to be getting him involved. Isn't that right, Luke?
Sure is.
Yeah, absolutely unbelievable. Jamie Carragher on a trampoline. You do not want to miss this.
I'm speaking to Luke Strong, who is Britain's best gymnast. His passion, obviously gymnastics, mine football. I think everyone in this city wants to be involved in sport in some way, shape or form, and I'd be interested to hear his story.
Growing up, I guess I didn't ever think about sexuality for a long time. I moved to high school that things got a little bit difficult and people found out that I did gymnastics, and when the gay joke started and where I would go home and just cry all the time and say that I'm not going to school, because I just knew that people were just going to make jokes and kind of be horrible about it.
Jamie.
Hi Mike, okay. Luke, all good?
Yeah, I'm good, how are you?
Yeah, very good. Just say it's an honour, a huge honour to be speaking to and interviewing the best gymnast in this country, and of course, where's the best going to come from?
Liverpool.
Of course, so we're done.
Now, talking about the campaign is one thing, but actually, that's not the only thing that we've got you here for, is it, Luke?
Okay.
So today we're going to try and put you through your paces. So we've got a warm-up to do and then 3 activities, all like trampoline and gymnastics based. So
I think you've got the wrong fella.
you'll always get individuals in life that maybe don't agree with the things that you do, and they might not give you like homophobic abuse, but they'll like turn their nose up at certain comments that you say, or they'll make the comments like, oh, are you normal? As if being in the LGBTQ community makes you not normal. So you get things like that in the gymnastics world, but I've got a lot of amazing friends and people who are just supportive of me and me being who I want to be. So for the most part, it's great. So what we're gonna get you to do, Jamie, is you're gonna have a run up. We're going to jump on the first slanted bit here. Okay. We're going to go over the red square there to land in the middle of this part.
Hence the double.
Yep. Then we're going to do a dismount to land on the green mat.
A dismount?
At the minute.
I'll just be fighting for dear life, flying for dear, wherever I mount.
You fancy learning a bit of that, Jamie?
Yeah, I'd love to learn a bit of that. I'd probably need a few bevies.
The higher you get in trampoline, the more impressive it is, the more time you've got to fit the skills in. So.
And the more frightening it is.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Leg straight. It's a tuck jump. You got the one skill, but you've got to land the tuck jump here.
I like the thinking timing here.
Yeah. So tuck jump, and then half twist. That's pretty good.
That was not bad.
Oh my God. This city is massively passionate about football, and I was one of the lucky ones to play for Liverpool, or maybe Everton for some other people. I mean, it's certainly gymnastics is not the sport on the forefront of anyone's mind in this city.
When I was a kid, like, I didn't kind of get into the sport thinking that it was ever going to lead to anything. I don't think anybody really does that. I just did it. I turned up one day, enjoyed it, and then just kind of still here 16 years later, and I progressed more than I thought I was going to.
You mentioned your friends and family supporting you in the sport. I mean, how supportive have they been when you actually came out and told them that you were bisexual?
Yeah, so I came out now 10 years ago, so my friends and family have known for a long time, and they've always been so supportive, and I've never had any issues with friends and family, so I feel really lucky in that respect, because I know that not everybody has that experience when they come out, or they kind of share their sexuality, so I do definitely feel lucky, and it's been nothing but positive.
Yeah, look at that, the landing as well.
Should have saved that one.
That's incredible. How do you feel there?
I feel all right.
The first time you've been flying through the air
Exactly.
like that. So now, Jamie, you've got to do that with the pressure on and the judges scoring you.
Oh, okay, so it's out of
10.
I used to always get 6 out of 10 in the paper for football, so if we get more than that, jump.
It needs like the gymnastics presenting everything going on.
Is that right? You need to present as well.
So
apparently.
before you go, the already knows already.
See?
Okay, when you're ready.
And he sticks the landing.
So,
Oh, absolutely
how many?
brilliant.
I'd give it an 8.
Hey, I'll take that.
Share my story in the hopes that younger kids growing up who are getting the abuse at school and are getting the nasty messages, that maybe if they can see that, it gets better. And I guess you're not always going to be stuck in that situation, and if that helps one person, then it's worth kind of putting it out there and telling everyone.
Challenge number 2. You're smiling. You're enjoying this, aren't you?
Yeah, I didn't mind that one, yeah. I'll see what Luke's got for me now.
So just going to do some basic kind of thing, no somersaults, don't want to
Basic
hurt
for you.
Yes, sir.
Handstand. Hold.
Step down, forward roll, half twist, backward roll, finished.
People keep sort of talking about, you know, at first maybe bisexual or gay footballer to come out, and sometimes you think it's people almost want it to happen rather than thinking, you know, it's almost for the individual, isn't it? Was that what you felt yourself?
Yeah, I think for everyone, I don't think anyone should ever feel the pressure to have to say who they are to anyone. I think what you do in your personal life and who you are attracted to and who you love is your business and nobody else's. So it's a difficult one because I think so many people, a footballer coming out would be so helpful, because I think a lot of people in the community feel that football is a sport for straight people. Like, from your experience of being involved in that situation, do you know why people find it so difficult to admit who they are? Is it in the locker room, the teammates? Is it the fans, the publicity?
I think maybe the fans possibly more than anything. How much do you think perceptions and the way people treat bisexual or gay people has changed in that 10 years? Do you think there has been a huge shift?
I think there's pros and cons to both. I think 10 years ago there wasn't the social media aspect of it, so there wasn't like even before I said anything on the podcast, I would still get a lot of messages saying like derogatory things and nasty comments even before I'd even said anything. And like, these are just strangers. So I think that part of it's
affect you?
Not really. It was actually really nice to hear him speak about that, because I know for me personally with football, I guess sometimes I don't feel like that's kind of something that I really fit into. So I feel like with football, it's very heterosexual, and you kind of hear the horror stories of like the fans shouting abuse to people. And so yeah, so that's always been something that I've not really followed that closely, because I just never thought that it was like where I belonged, I guess. But to hear him say like positive things, and even him talking about how much things have moved on and how much better things are getting, was refreshing.
I'm not sure about this handstand.
Step down. Good.
And finish.
You did save the best till last. I will give him
Save
that.
the best till last.
The concentration on your face.
When the pressure's on,
Yeah.
I'm used to the pressure, I can produce the goods.
I think there's like a big stigma in even the LGBTQ community, where if somebody says that they're bisexual, then people jump on that and attack it, because apparently to people that means that you have to like girls and boys exactly the same, and there's no like budging room. And so I got a lot of comments about that and being like, well, who do you like more? Who have you slept with more? Like, you're just saying you're bisexual and then you're going to come out in 5 years. So I got a lot of that from in the community, which is sad, because they're the people who, out of everyone, should understand how difficult it is sometimes for people to come out. So to have like negatives from that was difficult. Yeah, I think this is the one that I'd expect you to struggle with the most, because it's just difficult for new people on trampoline.
I'll be fine, don't worry.
But you have been better than I expected. But people usually struggle to connect 10 skills together. They always want to do a lot of bounces in between. So full twist, straddle, seat drop, half turn to seat drop, half turn to feet.
Okay.
So they're your first 4.
I can have a couple here.
Yeah, you can have a couple to start. full twist, straddle, seat drop, half turn. Sometimes as well when you're learning stuff, if you keep the height down a little bit so you can control it better.
Okay, that's
You've
a good
given
idea.
it too much oomph. And just in case we have any problems, we do have Coach Jay just on hand.
To catch me.
Straddle, half turn.
Pie, can I have someone?
I
Luke
can
will
shout it
talk
out
you
for you.
through it.
Yeah.
Bum drop, bum, knees in, half turn.
Hey! Actually enjoyed that.
That was good.
Yeah.
How much has your mindset changed perhaps from a young 18-year-old Jamie Carragher in this football mad city that they are? What would your views perhaps have been of someone LGBT then at 18 years old to how they are now?
It would be completely different. There's no doubt you live in a city, or a working class city, like Liverpool. I mentioned everyone's desperate to be a footballer. I grew up, there wasn't anyone gay or bisexual at school. Maybe it wasn't years to come, wasn't something that maybe you spoke about at such a young age, really. And of course, that's why I mentioned to Luke how times have changed, I think, in the last 10, 15 years. And there's no doubt it's been the same for me. You get older, wiser, more mature, you understand things a lot more as well. And yeah, I think a lot of people would hold their hands up to that, certainly. I think a lot of it is education as well, and understanding, you know, certainly what people go through and how they feel. And as I said, I think I'm probably a completely different person on how I see that.
You look focused, you look
I am. I've just got to remember my routine. Right, so come in. Don't forget the little salute to the judges. Yep, very nice. Yeah. Right, come on.
Jamie Carragher on the trampoline, there it is.
Yes,
Brilliant.
exactly.
Absolutely superb. I'm super impressed. Luke, you are the judge though, of course.
Actually, I'm going to give it a 10 because I'm
Hey!
I'm not just being nice, but I really didn't think you were going to do that.
Synchro partner.
Yes,
You and Luke.
come on, let's do it. Let's do it.
Let's start.
Oh, here we go. Come on then. 1, 2, 3. Hey!
I think you missed your call. You might got paid a little bit less, but I think.
So overall, out of 10, what do you rate him?
I'm going to give a 9.
A 9.
Ooh.
So that's basically what? Is that a silver or a gold medal? How does that work?
I mean, there is still
I'll take
better,
a silver
so
now.
silver, yeah. Because obviously a 10 is gold, so.
Yeah, exactly.
So you didn't quite, but is there anything he could do to get that gold medal? Is there anything he could improve on to ensure that he
I'm not doing it again.
Yeah, I had to take a few marks off for, like, the uniform. So I think a leotard would have sent you to that gold medal.
Well, I haven't got one of them.
Oh, do you know, that's funny, because guess what I've got? A Liverpool leotard. What do you reckon?
So if I put that on, I'm getting gold.
Yeah.
Come.
There we go. He's done it
Here I am.
for the gold
For the
medal.
gold. I'll do anything for the gold.
To be honest, it fits perfect as well.
It does, doesn't it?
You can
Made
take
to
that home with
measure.
you if you want.
Exactly. I'll have to take it back now.
So where's your gold medal
Oh,
for the
superb.
leotard now?
Thank you.
There you go.
Champ Tots Gymnast of the Month. That'll do.
You can go, Jamie. Off you go.
Thank
with
you.
Your leotard.
Thank you. Superb. Thanks a lot.
Amazing.